Today you will immerse yourself in the mystical world of the hotel. You'll go back in time, learn the stories of the various characters. You will begin to understand a little better the motives and actions of anime characters and just enjoy the wonderful plot. Let's start watching. Our special team got into an unusual hotel, where it was supposed to destroy the demon, which is likely to have eaten a piece of firearms. But something didn't go according to plan. And instead of a quick operation to destroy the demon, go into the hotel, kill it, take the particle and get out, the guys are stuck in this strange building. Specifically, on the 8th floor, no matter where they go, no matter what doors they go through, it all leads back to the back. They try to find a way out by going in the windows, in the doors, trying to escape down the stairs. Anywhere but back to the goddamn 8th floor. These endless attempts to find a way out quickly wear our guys out and deprive them of any hope. They gather in one of the rooms to discuss the situation. And things aren't exactly running smoothly. It's unlike anything they've ever seen before, it's unbelievable and frightening. They are trapped like some animals, and most importantly, they have no idea how to get out of the trap. What's more, they don't even know who set this trap for them. It feels like they've been in this building forever. Who's gonna win? Ignore the demon. Like and subscribe, Danji. There is, of course, some food and a little water, but it is clearly not enough for long. The time on the clock has also stopped, so they have no idea how long they are inside this room. No day or night can be seen from the windows, just the endless rooms and walls of this hotel. The whole situation makes for depressing thoughts. Do they know they are missing outside? How long they have been gone there in the outside world? Are they trying to find them? The connection was severed as soon as they climbed onto that ill-fated 8th floor. What if they had already been reported missing, or worse, dead? Then no one would go looking for them. And if they do, they'll be lost in the endless corridors of the dreadful hotel, too. How can they give a sign that they are still alive, or at least unravel the culprit of these events? Obviously, it's all the demon's fault. But which one is it, and where is it now? Why isn't he attacking? In any case, we must not give up so easily. We must fight despair, however difficult it may seem. After discussing the situation, the boys scattered wherever they went. It just so happened that Aki and Himena ended up in the same room. The shortage of food and water did not end there, nor was there any cigarettes in this creepy place, on which our young couple was not badly addicted. They just needed a smoke, and especially under that kind of stress. They had only one cigarette. They stood by the window and sank into a pleasant feeling of nostalgia for days gone by. Himena is a more experienced employee than Aki. She had served long enough in the field of state demon hunter. She usually worked alone, until she was assigned a partner. It wasn't because she was a meanie or a prude. No, it was because she didn't want to experience the pain of loss again. She was beginning to get close to Aki, and it scared her out of her mind. Because she used to get close to her partners too, but then they all disappeared into the darkness of death. This loss had to be experienced not only by her, but also by their loved ones and relatives, who were not aware of what their loved ones were struggling with. So they didn't know the cause of their death and blamed it all on the girl. What can you do? Such a hard fate of a demon hunter. Monsters attacking on one side and grief-stricken people on the other. But Aki was different, never letting the girl get hurt and sticking up for her even in the most desperate situations. And that was probably what drew her to him. Since the guy did not smoke, she had to get to know him more, not in the smoking room, but at a dinner at some restaurant. It was there that Himena told AKA what kind of hunters demons fear. They're not just afraid of fair, brave, or strong people, no, that's not it. They're afraid of really crazy, fucked up people who are crazy and aren't afraid of anything. That's exactly how she saw Aki. There was something different about him. After their sweet talk, she finally managed to convince him to smoke a cigarette. The very first cigarette he ever had, but by no means the last. Meanwhile, at the hotel, Big Boy and the Pansy are slowly going crazy. Denji and Pure are trying to find a way out. And Aki and Himena are philosophizing about life. Neither one nor the other leads to any result. Once out into the corridor, the team encountered a huge monster. It filled the entire space. It was some kind of mess of people, of their body parts. It's hard to say what it was. But definitely the main one was the demon head. It turned out that the whole hotel was part demon. And not the main part. His heart is, somewhere in the depths that the guys will never reach in their lives. He offered them a deal he had no right to break. The essence of this deal was that the team would give him Denji, he would kill him, and he would let the others go. They don't have much of a choice. They have to give it to him, or everyone dies. Either way, he's left to win, and it's up to them to decide how many casualties will happen today. The situation takes a new turn. Things have become much more complicated than they were before. Yes, they recognized their adversary and even saw his face, in several faces. But what to do next was hard to think of. They certainly couldn't give up Denji. He was part of their team. Even if he is half human, even if Mikima allows him to be destroyed at any moment. But this is not the moment to kill him so easily. Why would a demon risk that much for one guy? There must be some reason for it. There's a reason. You can't go along with this monster. Quite a logical thought, but unfortunately, it didn't enter the minds of everyone involved in our story. After hearing all the commotion on the floor, Chicken Little and Big Boy quickly realized that they had to get rid of the guy, which was the only way to save themselves. Big Boy was more or less in control. The cowardly girl went completely insane. She grabbed a knife and attacked the boy, hoping to kill him with her own hands. Good thing that Aki and Himena quickly interrupted her pathetic attempt and disarmed the fool. Now we could think things over in peace. No panic, no fuss. How can there be no fuss? Where can we be without a fuss? The demon begins to actively crawl down the corridor to devour everything that stands in its way. So our heroes have limited time, of course. We have to act quickly. At this point doubts begin to creep in on Aki as well. Even Denji is already willing to sacrifice himself. Everyone is still holding on to their common sense, until this crazy cowardly girl gets to the guy after all. Almost didn't get to the guy. She was interrupted by Aki. She swooped in with a knife and instead of stabbing Denji, she stabbed Aki in the side. Right in front of Himena, who cherishes him so much. This made things even more heated. They are also very upset and their patience runs out, and seeing everything that is going on, all this madness, Denji decides to sacrifice his own life. Denji decides to sacrifice himself. This time he decides to sacrifice himself, tearing the demon to pieces from the inside and falling into his mouth. The next episode will show whether or not he succeeds in doing so.